Hi there, let's do this. Sure that everything is good here. Like this. Okay, girl interview, guys.
Hey guys.
As you guys can see, there is girls that come over here. I'm just gonna interview you. I'm gonna be skeptical, obviously, because else people will think like, hey, this and that. And I'm just gonna ask questions. So when did you come over?
August last year? No, the year before. Like this August, I'm 2 years here.
2 years here. Okay, so how old are you?
21.
And where are you from?
I'm getting 22. Liechtenstein.
So why did you come over?
Oh god, I don't know. Basically, back then I really was like doing nothing with my life. I wasn't really happy with what I was doing, and that I really felt like there was no real meaning in what I was doing.
And what were you doing?
Playing games for a living.
You were playing games for a
Yes.
living? Okay. So how do you play games for a living?
So to be very honest, it was a combination of being lucky, putting a lot of time, and I also, of course, I was a girl, so I had a little bit more help there.
Taking advantage of the gender.
I didn't really take so much advantage actually though. Like it just probably because I was a girl, people also liked to play with me. So, but it also was a lot of work. Like I put a shit ton of work in it. Actually.
How much money did you make?
Not a lot, but enough to make a living.
I see.
And I could have made more, but it wasn't really wasn't really worth.
So you said you had no outlook in life and stuff.
Well, I could have continued doing what I was doing, but I knew from the get-go, and also when I was in school still, that I was like, why are we even, like, what is the meaning in all of this?
Were you fulfilled before
No.
you came over? And would you say you're fulfilled now, or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've been here for a long time. You've seen quite a ride,
Yes.
an experience of this place changing all the time. We're gonna go into that really soon, so you guys can have some nice popcorn. What are you doing right now? What is it that you do now?
What I mainly do is like I do game for good support. I help with TBX testing. I stopped now because I have other stuff to do. I'm mainly testing the game every day, so that takes most of my day, and the support. And I also talk a lot with people to help organize things here. Like when I came over, I was very much doing a lot of practical stuff like cooking and cleaning, and I basically started off this stuff. And nowadays I only like organize it. I show to people how to do stuff, and I make sure it's getting done. And if they don't do it, I ask, do they need help? Or otherwise I do it myself. And yeah, also up until shortly I was doing the shopping. Actually for a long ass time I was doing shopping, but now somebody else is doing it. So I have more time for other things. And yeah, basically most of my day right now is playing a game, working a lot together with Nolan and you, who is designing, and helping the other testers, like introducing, because we have 2 people that's helping on it as well, and introducing them to him and showing them everything. And I help a lot Raphael, because we do support stuff together with Game for Good and G3 and 2BX and all this stuff. And I do so he gives me some stuff to do. Like I just go around and I see how I can optimize other people mainly.
Have you learned any skills when you were here?
Yes.
What did you learn?
Well, if you want to know skills that, could help me in finding a job, because I learned way more skills, but people would say, but that's not how you're going to get a job, right? So the skills where I could get a job is actually, I had many months of coding. Like I can do some JavaScript, React and all this stuff. I also did a little bit of server backend, MongoDB, all this stuff. Like I checked all of that stuff. I just don't do it right now because I have a lot of other things to do. Then I'm pretty sure that I could get a job as support anywhere, because even before I came here I was already doing support and all that stuff. I could also get a job as a community manager, no problemo, like Twitter, all this stuff, and game tester for sure. Like I'm very good at organizing things and communicating with people and making sure like things are getting done and testing things properly, making sure that there's something people missed and stuff like this, and organizing a lot of things.
To go a little bit to the more drama questions. Do girls get priority treatment in this place?
Not anymore.
How are the girls treated in here?
It's the same as everyone else. I mean, it's like, I guess maybe now we get priority again, because when the place is full, you know, girls can come over and guys cannot unless they're gay. So maybe we still get priority treatment in this regard, but in any other regard, I don't feel like I get any priority treatment.
How is it to be a girl in this environment?
No. For me, it's the same as being a guy, just that I don't...
Do you think that is there any people trying to hit on you and stuff?
No.
Like, is the disproportional ratio between guys and girls in any shape or form an issue to you?
No, for me, not at all.
When it comes down to relationships, right? Do you feel that this environment is run like a cult where you have to pick the guy or whatever the fuck, or is there any rituals or whatever the fuck?
No, man. You can do whatever fuck you want, man.
So if girls are watching, right?
I mean, of course, there's girls that came over already with a boyfriend, so, I mean, there's nothing that girl can do. They just came over with their boyfriend, so obviously get together with their boyfriend. And the girls who come over like a single, like, they can do what they want. Like, they don't have to, but they can get together with a guy if they want to.
Yeah.
And it's like they choose, so it's not like the guy will always come and go like, oh, do you wanna, you know, like, no, that shit doesn't happen.
Do you feel like, because you've had quite some experience, you know, with just people in general before you came over, when you look at the quality of just and the personality of guys,
Way better.
how you mean way better?
Way better than anywhere else.
In here?
Yes.
The guys
it's
here?
really nice.
Okay.
I can really walk around and like everyone is like my brother, man.
And
Except for you. You're more like grandpa.
grandpa, not daddy, grandpa. So basically, as a girl outside, like looking for his Romeo, is this place in any shape or form a good fetch, or is it just
No, man.
not so much?
People are extremely nice. Like, they really like guys here, or at least from my experience, do like everything to make you have a good life and make you do what you feel is right and everything. You get like more support than anywhere else, but there's no bullshit. So like, if you want to come here and want to be like, you know, all fancy and the guy has to sit with you 5 hours and watch you do makeup and all this shit, then this is not a place for you. But then I also have to say, man, sorry, but even if there was a guy for you, this is not a place for you.
So basically, I don't really completely understand what you're saying right now, but I guess you're talking to girls right now.
Yes.
And they will understand what you mean. So like when it comes down to boyfriend material, right? Is this place, does it produce better quality?
Yes.
Or, but honestly, like this is really like, you know,
Yes, this is 100% honest.
you won't hurt the guys feeling that are here. You can just be brutally honest.
No, if I was not in a relationship, there's a lot of people here where I would be like, man, these guys, they're very fine guys.
I see.
And if I was a new girl coming over here, or if I had a new girl coming over here, or a best friend or something, I would really want her to be with a person in this place, because there's just like no bullshit. And not only no bullshit, but also they're really truly caring. They don't are together with you just to show to other people, look at my skinny, sexy girl or whatever.
Yeah.
It's really because they really like you and they really put time and try to understand you and try to live a good life with you. Like,
is that what a girl wants though?
I do. I never was like a girl that was like, oh, come buy me Gucci and Prada and all this shit. I never had.
Because maybe girls want assholes, you know?
I don't know about that. I never had that.
So when you compare the guys here with guys outside, what's the difference?
Oh my god. They're not annoying.
They're not annoying.
Man, come on. You heard of like unsolicited pics, you know, when guys send it's not happening here. That's really like the worst. It's really like, what the fuck, bro? Like, this shit doesn't happen here. And also like all this drama shit, like it's more like, nah, man, it's really horrible. I had a lot of guys hit on me when I was playing games, obviously, and it was really like, man, most guys, they just fucking, you know, they think not with their brain and with their heart.
Do you think that guys that come over here, right, become more relationship material?
Yes.
Can you explain that?
Some guys think like all that it's about in life is getting a sexy girlfriend. Then obviously if the girl, for example, wants more time for herself or wants to do something else, the guys are very, very needy and clingy and they, yeah, they don't let you because they're scared that they're gonna lose you and then all their life is suddenly awful and stuff like this. And here you have more guys that really stand with both feet in their life and actually do something with their life and actually achieve something with their lives. Yeah, even if they haven't achieved anything yet, they at least have their heart in the right place and they try, you know?
So for people that are really struggling and really find it very important to find a girlfriend, your advice would be to get their life together,
your
come
life
over
together, man.
and start working for a better
Yes.
world.
It
And
will come
put
by
things in
itself.
perspective.
Because if you get your life together, you also get more confidence. And more confidence is very attractive. And knowing what you believe in and what you stand for and what you want is very, very attractive.
Do you feel like this place is filled with sheep that just follow what I say?
No.
Do you
It
experience...
used to be maybe in the past, if people wanna,
Yeah.
know some nice drama. Yeah, we used to have people that were like, yes, yes. We still have Reese, but other than that...
So when it comes down to the ratio between guys and girls, do you feel there is a vibe of sexual frustration living amongst guys
No.
that don't have girlfriends?
Honestly, I was thinking about this because I often go like, man, these poor guys, they would really deserve a girlfriend because they really like, they fucking...
But quite some
You
guys
know,
don't even
everything.
want a girlfriend.
Yeah!
They just go like, man,
apparently.
I checked. They just go like, man, I don't have time for it.
Yeah, because I also was like to know, I was like, yeah, but like, don't these people like, especially the people who are here longer, maybe these, but like...
But like, if I'm really honest, if I would be single, I wouldn't be interested either. Because if something just comes along and is really compatible, sure. But else, I ain't gonna look
No,
for it.
it's a lot of
Fuck
work,
that
eh?
shit. It's too much
I
hassle.
guess it's different as a girl as well, because you just want to not be alone and stuff. I mean, we have girls here, but I don't know, maybe just girls have more the feeling of wanting to not be alone. You're never truly alone, but
Do you want kids?
No. No, man, you could have asked me that when I was 12 and I was already like, no, man, fuck this.
Do you think this place is compatible for girls that want kids? I'm asking the hard questions here,
Honestly, we were thinking about this, right? We were thinking like, actually, if we had a girl come over with a kiddo, man, if the kiddo would be like the best kiddo in the world. I would like to be that kiddo. When growing up in this place, it would really be fucking awesome, man.
He would have all the games in the world.
Not only all the game, but it's like all these people that really care and all the things you can learn, and you don't even have to go through this school. Like, I would find it really cool to grow up here as a kiddo, but having to take care of the kiddo, man, that's a lot of work. And it takes so much time until he's grown up.
Do you have any kind of cult vibes in this place?
I don't know. Not that I would know of.
Because there's quite some people that look at this place and really see it as a cult.
A cult, yeah, I understand that.
So what do you have to say about these people seeing us and saying like this is a cult?
It's either they're not informed and they don't want to inform themselves and rather like, jump on the wagon of nice drama, point fingers. Because it's very easy to point fingers at others and not look at yourself. I mean, if you know what we're doing here, what we're achieving here, and you call us a cult, right? Then it's really like, do you really think this is a cult, or do you just try to find a reason as to why you should not come here and help? Or not even come here, you should not help at all. I think it's more like this. And of course it's also parents, being overly protective. There's always, parents that are overly protective of their children. And
So, but talking about parents, what do your parents think about you being here?
man, in the beginning they were very, very scared, of course, because I was not living at home and I was going so far away. But they came here and they saw everything, and my dad literally walked around and looked like, is there food in the fridge? Is the heating on? Do I have a blanket? And he saw, okay, heating, food, blanket, my girl has a good life. And then he was like, okay, I support this place.
Well, that's nice.
That's literally my dad. And my mom was more like looking at like, what about your future and everything? So, but nowadays, my mom is way more relaxed.
I see. So about the social environment here, do you feel that this place lacks social interaction?
Nah. Nah, man. Not at all. I
So
cannot
it's not
understand.
all robots walking around?
No. I know some people left because they said this, but I cannot understand it. Because The most people that
Wow.
come over here.
Some
Like-
people said they left because we didn't have group events outside where we
Yeah,
have fun.
yeah. It's
It's
really,
really
like... Sorry. Code confirmed, guys! we're reading from the script, man.
We fucked up. We both read from the script at the same time.
No, like, especially if you come here over new, like I think Fabi talked about it yesterday, we mostly have new people. If you don't know what to do, we recommend to them to do practical stuff like kitchen, and there's always people in the kitchen, always. Like, there's no way you don't encounter a human, you know, that will talk to you. And there's always people that come and ask how you're doing, and if you work together with somebody in a project, like I'm talking to people every single day.
Do you feel judged in here?
No.
Is
And
there
even
any?
if I don't care.
And is there other people judging each other?
Not that I know of.
Do you judge people?
No.
Do you feel there is expectations,
On me? From
Yes.
myself. Maybe.
but from others?
But not even from myself, I just know I do good.
From others?
From others. I mean, it's not so much expectation, it's more like I work together with people, so they rely on me to do my job, and but if I don't, you know, if I just go like goodbye, then obviously they will have less work, or they will, you know, need to make up for my stuff. But it's not like you expect it. It's more like I feel responsible, like I'm working together with these people on this project, and I cannot afford to slack, because even if you don't care about the kids and the impact, like these people here, living here with you, I mean, they make food for you, they wash your clothes, which is the best thing ever, and they wait for you to give them work. Like I do testing, I test what the coders do, and I have to give them feedback and stuff. And I talk to Nolan, like he makes new design, and I have to make these cards so the coders and testers will understand what it's meant. And if I don't do it, then people will run out of work sooner or later. So that's like, it's not like they go and they come like, why didn't you make 50 cards today or something like this. It's more like,
Do you feel like
myself.
there's any kind of hierarchy in this place?
Well, there's a lot of young people, there's grandpas, but other than that, there's no hierarchy.
So how many grandpas are there, or just me? I'm
But
the only
it's
grandpa.
you and Fedor and Raphael. I have to say, everyone else is like more like, but it's not only like the age, it's also more like the experience.
Yeah.
It's more like also Reese, of course, because these people just have been here longer, or they have just more experience. Like Fedor is a game dev or something. He knows a lot about this stuff. Like Raphael knows a lot about trading and stuff, and he has been here working on the game for good so much. So for me, he's like, you know, it's not like he's above me or anything, but it's just more like if I have questions, I go to this person and I ask this person. And yeah.
Do you feel like there is any level of imposing in this place where people
No.
come tell you what to do,
No.
or to others?
No,
do you?
not at all.
Yeah.
I also cannot understand, like, maybe in the past people felt like this, but nowadays it's really like if somebody imposes, then it's you on yourself. Because you come over here and you choose what projects you want to work on, and you choose due dates for yourself if you want to, or, you know? It's not like somebody tells you this needs to be done, except for the practical stuff. There needs to be the toilet cleaned every week, and if you don't do it, then somebody else will do it.
Where do you see yourself in 5 to 10 years?
Man, until then, I don't know, man. Will we have AI already then? Probably. Don't even know. I
We'll
don't
probably
know.
have AI, but not super AI. Just quite advanced AI, but I
Man,
don't think super
Probably
AI. yet.
sitting in my room and doing even less work than now, because AI will do it for me.
So,
By the way, yesterday somebody said like I'm lazy as an excuse and stuff, right? Yeah,
well,
I heard that. And
people say it all the time.
yeah, I'm also lazy, by the way. I'm just smart at being lazy.
It's hard for them to wrap their head around that.
But it's like if I need to
Yeah.
do something, you know, I need to write 10 lectures, for example, and I'm a very lazy person, so I don't go and write 10 lectures. I write it once and I copy it 9 times. And then I change maybe a few words if I have to. You know, like this kind of lazy. Like, it's more like effective or something, you know, I don't know.
Well, I can relate to that because I also try to always compress as much as possible the work I have to do and automate it. So yeah, is there anything you think in this place that can be improved, that is not taken into account?
Man, I thought you're gonna ask this question and I don't know.
Is there anything I do you disagree with?
Oh, I don't know so much what you do actually, except for streaming. I don't have so much, like, Maybe this is the drama. The only thing Athene ever talks to me is asking me how many bugs there is in the game. He doesn't really care about me. He never asks how I'm doing it. That's the biggest drama I can think of. Because that's literally most contact I have with you in that regard. So I don't know so much what you can improve and stuff. And I don't have so much experience, so I'm like, whatever, man.
How is your relationship life in this place?
Well, I'm in a relationship. I'm sorry for all the...
Yeah, I know.
for all the-
I know that. I'm asking.
No, but I'm saying to the chat, I'm sorry for all the single guys.
Yeah, sorry guys.
I was talking to Noah yesterday, thinking like, should I say I'm single? You know, for the guys, and they were
No,
like,
they know
man,
you're not single.
It's gonna make the wrong people apply.
We already have bad experience with that.
Yeah, me too.
So yeah, like how is your relationship in here? Do you have a good relationship?
Yes.
Could it be better?
No, man. There's no way.
Because I heard that, when a girl is together with a guy, they already quite, know well whether or not they will take the relationship serious or not. Is this something, you can relate to? And if so, do you take your relationship serious?
Yeah, I do. And I think he also takes it serious. I know he does.
So basically, if let's say you would be in a position where you would want to switch partner, how would that work?
Man, I don't want that. But if I wanted to, man, I guess I would just say, I'm sorry, man.
But in this place, how would that work?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Because this is...
What is this question, man?
Well, it is something that, like, if I'm an outsider or a girl, I would think like, yeah, if I go there and I have a relationship with a guy and it doesn't work out, then how do I deal with that, Like, how is that handled or whatever?
If I really didn't want to be together with him anymore, then I would just talk to him and I would say why. And honestly, he would probably just try to, not try to keep me, but try to see what he can do better. Listen to why and listen to what I really think is not good and what is going wrong, and then try to make it better, because it's not like, okay, I'm done. It's usually like, there's more and more stuff that builds up and you're unhappy with what he does and with what you do and stuff like this. And I'm pretty certain most of the guys here would try to work with you and try to together fix it, right? Because, they truly like you, right? And they think you also truly like them. If you don't, well then, yeah, there's not so much they can do. But then again, you don't have to be together with anyone, so...
Well, I'm glad that I don't have to deal with that specific setup, because I wouldn't really know how to deal with it myself. Like if there's a strong grudge between a relationship, right, two people, and they break up not in mutual agreement, right? How do you deal with that when it really drags people down like crazy? Because I know certain people literally change job because they have a relationship with someone in the company, and then suddenly, they break up. It's too hard for them to constantly face the same person.
This literally cannot happen here, because people are not here to have a girlfriend or boyfriend. It's not like boyfriend or boyfriend is like your main thing in life. And if it is, then you should probably really think about why. So
even though you don't see your relationship as the main goal in your life, you don't see that as something that you would end anytime soon?
No, why should I, man?
I don't know, I'm just checking. Man. So you would spend the rest of your life with your partner if things go the way they are going?
I don't think that's even possible, because we probably sooner or later will be all merged with AI. But if not, then yeah, we have a really nice room. We have really nice time together. I do like him a lot. So, and even if not, even for some reason or not that we would end up breaking up, it would be really fucking sad. Like, I cannot imagine a reason, but if there was, then it would be really sad. But that would not make me leave, because if I would really have a problem, then I can just avoid him, which is possible in this house because I'm in another room anyway. So, but I don't think if it's really that bad, then you would talk about it and you would fix it. So not fix the relationship, but fix why you cannot work without having a strong feeling, or without, Because otherwise it's like, it's not gonna drag you both down. Unless that's what you want, but if you want to have drama in your life all the time, then I don't think, again, this is the right place for you. Because there's not too much drama here. I do want to say, by the way, though, if in case any girl is listening, like, relationships here are very, very nice, but it's not like the stuff you have outside. Like, there's no, like, going to movie night every day or, like, you know, all this stuff. I do spend a lot of time with him in the night, like during the evening and stuff, and maybe we watch something or we go for a walk or something, but it's not like going partying, drinking. But if you want this partying, drinking, like, ask yourself why you want this, because then you don't have to come over, you know, because there's no partying, drinking here, obviously.
What would you do if you got pregnant?
Oh, abort. These questions, man. ASAP, yo, I don't want a baby.
Do you feel like it would be imposed on you to abort?
No,
yeah.
I would impose on myself, man.
Just
no
making,
kids, bro.
just making.
I always
sure.
make this joke though with no, and I go like, whenever we see like a kid or something, I go like, this could be us, and he goes like, no, and I go like, no.
Just to be clear, I would never impose such a thing because that's just crazy.
But think about it,
some
man.
people love to.
I don't want kids. I don't want kids. Even if I would want kids, man, you know how much money they cost? Man, you know how much often I can eat strawberries for that? I like to eat strawberries. So, like, you know, you gotta put your priorities straight.
Do you ever feel the need to decompress? It's just like take a day or two, just slow down and not think for a while? Or are you always going at 100%?
No, I have like once a month. My time where I go like, you know, I go like, leave me alone. But I don't think guys have that. You know, somebody ever knows about PMS and periods and stuff. So I also have once a month a time where I'm very, very grumpy. But feeling that I need to slow down and take a chill pill, it's when I'm sick or when I'm just tired and I just go and I sleep or I go for a walk or something. But it's not like, it's more like emotionally. When I have this, it's more because of there's an emotional problem. It's not that people are too harsh on me or anything like this. But then the emotional thing is usually because it's my period. Do you think having a boyfriend, I'm sorry.
Where?
It decreases my productivity. Here it is. No, I think it increases my productivity. You know why? Because now, when we change the bed sheet, for example, only one person has to do it, and I don't have to do it. Also, we can wash the clothes at the same time, so we only have to wash once for 2 people. Actually, I don't even wash anymore. Some person in the house only has to wash once for 2 people.
So, like, if there's girls watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would a girl be doubtful to apply, and how would you address these doubts?
The only thing I can think of is when you're scared because you have a strong feeling of wanting safety. And you don't know if this place can provide for your future and for your security and your safety and everything. And if this place can provide for you to be truly liked and loved, I guess. This would, I think, would be a reason why I would not apply. Because I've not been, like, if I was a girl that wasn't here, right? And to that I can say nobody can provide for your safety except for you yourself. Like, even if you have thousands of dollars, like, it's not gonna really truly give you safety. The only thing that can is you yourself getting confidence and knowing what you can do and increasing your skills and your knowledge in these regards. And yeah, it's also going to make you like yourself more. Maybe there's girls that, you know, have very low self-confidence and that's why they want safety from another guy or from anything, right? And I did have really, really low self-confidence when I came over, right? Yeah, I was very low self-confidence.
Did that change?
Yes, a lot. It did also help a lot to be in a relationship. The guy has helped me a lot to be more self-confident of myself and, you know, like myself more because he liked me and understood that he really truly did, and not just because, he now had a girlfriend and he could show off. So that has helped a lot and that has helped me grow. And now I know even if I don't have any money, I could easily find a solution to that.
So do you feel like there is a sense of family here, or?
Yes. Also safety, this place is really, really safe. Like, it's not like we're in Africa or in China or like, I'm sorry, was that racist? I'm sorry guys, I didn't want to be, nothing against African or or in China, but maybe girls, when you have to go far away, you know, they might be a little bit scared, like, is this place safe? Like, can I go outside, you know? But we're here in Germany, like, it's very safe. And we also get, like, some rape alert thing, it's called, right? I never used it ever, but hey, I have it, just in case. But man, how this town is full of old people, like, what are they gonna do? They're gonna ask you, like, how was your day, probably. That's the most that can happen when you go outside. So it's really very, very safe here.
Basically, it's an anti-sexual assault alert that they have that we hand out to girls to protect themselves when they are outside, because we take these things very serious. So basically, you do feel like a sense of family here.
Yeah.
The vibe here is not a robot.
No. Not anymore, no. No, but I said this already. Like, I feel like everyone I talk to is more like, you know, brother or sister or...
Do you think things have improved in the place?
Yes, a lot.
The practical approach, no bullshit, has been very successful.
Yes. Also, some other changes we did were way better. Yes, it has improved a lot.
What do you think about the fact that financial successes are not shared with members in the house?
They are shared, though. If you have purpose and purpose goes up, you have more money. But you don't even need money, bro. Like, give all your money away. I don't care. Give it away. Like, I don't need it. Everything here is provided for. And I know if I really need something and I would not have money, I mean, if somebody broke his arm and he cannot pay go to the doctor, I mean, we will pay for him to go to the doctor, man. What is this? Like, we're not just gonna, somebody that is here and that is helping make the world a better place, we cannot let him die just because he cannot pay. Like, it's really like...
Well, we basically got each other's back in this place. Yeah.
Yes. I wouldn't even want it to be shared, honestly. Because I wouldn't even know what to do with the money. I would just give it back. Or I would use it to buy some, I don't know, we have to buy some new balls or something. That's also something I do. I order stuff online first.
I don't know if there's so many girls watching. I really think think out of the 350 people, there's literally 0 girls watching, I think.
Yeah. If they do, they don't talk. But that's fine. I mean, honestly, even if I wouldn't want to make the world a better place, and if I would just not really know, like, if I'm not fully, you know, if I know I wanted to help, but I didn't really think about all this impact stuff, and I wanted to come here maybe mainly for a guy, like, even then it's a good call. You can come here and you will probably grow a lot, and you will probably learn a lot of what you think is important.
So why do you think, because the way you make it sound, right, this place is almost like heaven. So why do people leave? Why would girls even leave this place? I don't
understand why they leave, by the way. Every time a person leaves, I really go and I ask Nonga, like, why? Because I cannot understand it. Like, the only thing I can understand is because when people come over here, you get a lot of work to do. It's not like we give them, but there is a lot of work to do, you know? And maybe they're not used to having to cook for themselves, or having to wash the laundry, or having to clean the toilets. They're not used to it. But hey, you can go back to your hotel mama, but sooner or later hotel mama will kick you out and you have to do it again, and you will grow up and you will notice what it is to be an adult, and you can come over here and do it for a month or so and then never have to do it ever again in your life because somebody else will do it for you. I mean, it's really like a no-brainer.
Do you feel as a female your opinions and ideas are considered as seriously as your male counterpart?
And I'm asking you specifically, not all other females in the compound. There is no difference between ideas that I have or that somebody else has. Like, if I have an idea, I put it on trial, people can do it, or I check it with somebody and they can do it.
Do you think I'm doing a good job managing this place?
Yeah. I don't know how much managing you do, because Fabi does a lot of the new people, right?
Yeah, but I do mainly higher up management, making sure everything works. Like, people leaving, you don't understand why they leave.
No. Because even if there was a legitimate reason, then why don't you say and you talk about it and we can fix it? Like, it's really like a girl. If you go together with a girl and she looks at you like this and you don't like it, you don't just break up with her. You say, like, don't look at me like this, you know? Try to fix it.
What do you think about the game?
The game is really fucking good. It's getting better and better every day, yes. They do a really fucking good job. I'm very impressed.
By the way, this comes from a very skeptical person.
Yeah, in the beginning I was like, you know, I don't play games for fun. And I was like, but now it gets better and better. And especially with the things, like how it plays together with the offline stuff, it's really... Sorry, was that a spoiler?
You can say anything. There is no spoilers.
Okay.
Everything is known of the game, so
Okay.
you can say anything.
They do a really fucking good job, especially considering, because I've been here for a long time, right? I know most people that work on the game, and they came over after me, some of them even. So how much they've improved and how much they've learned to make these things, like, it's crazy. You have no clue. If you've never made a game yourself, you have no clue how much work it is. It's insane. And they do a really good job.
Yeah, what made you decide to come over, by the way?
Oh man. I was in a very bad spot in my life because I didn't really know what to do with my life, and I knew everything else didn't make any sense. So I was like, this is like my last chance. Like, this was the last thing I thought I was gonna do.
And it worked out.
Yeah. Well, I applied. A day later, I got an interview. A week later, I came over. So, right? It was about like that, yeah.
It was something like that, yeah.
It was something like that. I did apply though already many years ago, but then we were back in Belgium, and you didn't have space and you didn't take volunteers. But even if you couldn't take a girl because they were all guys sharing the room.
I wonder as well, you would have gotten the room, by the way, if you would have ended up coming over. So in that regard,
Yeah,
girls do get priority treatment.
Man, if I would have come over there, I would have...
It would have been really like everyone was sleeping
Yeah.
like that.
I know no one explained to me. I was like, oh boy.
It was quite...
Because that was actually something, maybe, about girls coming over. Actually, when I had the application call, I had a question and I asked if I'm going to have my own room because I really wanted my own room.
Yeah.
Because, it's a little bit weird to share your room, but I also wasn't comfortable. I had so low self-esteem that I wasn't even comfortable sharing my room with other girls. So...
Yeah.
I wanted to have my own room. I mean, we have plenty of rooms here, so obviously I got my own room. But if a girl comes over, you're gonna get your own room. You don't have to share with anyone, not even a girl. It's no
Why
problem.
do you think we're getting so little girl applications?
Because I guess girls don't follow so much. Like, I wasn't following this stuff at all. I didn't listen to Real Talk. I didn't know about, like, WoW and all this, Rek Shrek stuff. I just saw the charity stuff and I applied, and yeah, that's it. Actually, after I applied, I started listening to the Real Talk.
So basically, how do you think we could reach out to more girls to come over? Or do you think it will happen naturally?
I don't know. I was thinking about this a lot in the past, but now I stopped because I was too busy for other things. Like, I don't know.
I
It's
think
more
the
like,
game
I think with the game,
Uh-huh.
with the cute stuff, it's gonna
Yeah.
help a lot. And also, because the audience we have mainly comes from, what you did in WoW and stuff. And I don't know if this is so much attracting girls. So obviously girls are not so much following. Because also when I watched all these Rek Shrek videos, I was like, facepalm. Like, I wouldn't have been following this. So obviously I can relate to why girls are not seeing this. But the more charity work we do and the more stuff we do that girls can relate to, I think it will come by itself. Also with the purpose, it helps a lot to have something where you feel security or safety.
I think the purpose was a really smart idea.
Yes, it was really good.
Do you feel that girls have a harder time to work out here than a guy?
No. Actually, guys have a harder time to work here than girls because there's less spots.
What happens when all the spots are filled? Then the hotel is booked, yo. I mean, what happens?
It's
then?
really like
Yeah.
hotel though, man.
Do you think the compound is willing to make accommodations for people who may need some extra space or extra care while becoming acclimated with the compound? Or is it more like you come here, you get treated exactly the same. If you can't handle it, you leave? Yeah, well, you come over here. If you expect to get priority treatments, you can pack your bags. It's quite simple. Because this place is very no bullshit. You just come, you do what you do, and that's it. There's not much to it, it's quite simple.
Well, of course, if you have an allergy or something, then we of course adjust for it. Like, if people have allergy, they can choose their own meal. Like, they can change it. It's not like, oh, you're allergic to lentils, go eat lentils, get wrecked. No.
Do you even go out for a coffee? Do you meet your family? Do you do something you like? Do you have hobbies?
I hate coffee, bro. Do you meet your family? Yes, I'm actually, at the end of the month, I'm actually going to visit my family, but that's nothing girl specific. I think most guys go maybe once a year or something, or as much as they want, of course, go meet their family, or even have their family come over. We had a lot of people visiting here. Also, my family came to check out the place and everything. So I did that. Do you do something you like? I every day do what I like. If I don't like what I do, then I do something else. Because nobody tells me what to do. Do you have any hobbies? My hobbies are what I'm doing. I'm playing games for a living. Like, I'm actually playing games again for a living. Like, come on, I have the best life. Even as a fucking guy in the chat playing WoW all day, watching a stream, I have better life than you. Come over, you can have my life. It's really like, I have really the best life ever than actually anyone in here. Honestly, I have the best job.
Yeah, I think you got one of the better stuff in here.
I've come a long way though, man. I also started with all the cooking and the cleaning, everything. But nowadays, I don't have time for it.
Cassidy, would you have played the game if you didn't come to the compound?
That's a hard question because the question is, would I have known about the game? Probably.
But let's say you know about the game.
If I known about the game, yes, because you can make money with it.
I think that is really something a lot of people
Yes.
underestimate, is the amount of cash you can make with the game will be disgusting.
Honestly,
People will become really,
Yeah.
some people will become very rich playing the game.
if you think about it, like, because I don't really play so much game, I don't play games because it's like, why? Unless it's useful. So if I would have not been here, I would have probably started streaming because it's very easy to make money on Twitch, and then obviously played the game because it's the easiest way to make the most money with it. If you stream the game. Spoiler, kappa.
What would you do differently in Athene's shoes?
I would eat more. Diet basically consists of olive oil and peanut butter. So I'm like, I hate both of that. So I would probably do that differently. But then again, I don't have his condition. So anything else, I don't know. If I had as much experience as you, I would do a lot of things that I do now different. But I wouldn't know about the rest.
It's funny, yeah? People ask that, you answer like that, and they're happy. They're just happy, you know. All the
But
other
it's
people,
really honest.
yeah, but all other people say, I don't know. Like there, it's like people go, yeah.
It's really
we gotta have a little extra popcorn. Yeah, tinga
But like, you can't even script it. Like, what should I say, man? I would have,
Yeah.
if you scripted this, I would have said, no, nothing. You're perfect.
But that's the thing. Like a lot of people don't realize that that running a place like this and coming so far. Is there any other place like this?
No.
You think so?
I don't know of them, so
Yeah.
maybe there is and we all don't know. But even if you would say, like, what would you give different? I don't know. I'm not in his position. I don't even think about the things he thinks. I have other things to do and to think about. So, like, I'm not in a position to say do this or that differently because I didn't even think about it. And I don't have the experience, so, yeah.
Do you ever have arguments with crew members?
No. With Nolan, I sometimes, like, I fake drama, you know, like these couples that break up about because the guy didn't put the toothpaste on his toothbrush. Man, we laugh about this at all the time, but we don't have really drama. We more make fun of this, and yeah, we think of how really fucking nice it is.
Do you
to
have a
be
lot
here.
of fights with Nolan?
No, it's only fake fights.
Fake fights.
Even recently, we were like, man, outside this place, people break up about the smallest things. It's ridiculous. It's really like, what?
Did you ask any of your friends to apply?
I actually did.
Yeah?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Back in the days when we were about this,
And
when we were different.
they just thought you were
different.
crazy or something.
I still think it would be very, very good for them to come over, and it would help them a lot. It was girls, by the way. But yeah.
But I don't really understand, like, because... But I don't know, for me it's really hard. But as a girl, right, I would think the barrier to come over would be smaller than as a guy. Because a girl wants, you know, safety, wants a
Yeah,
good
but
boyfriend.
she's never been here. She only knows from talking on the stream. She doesn't know is it really true.
But it's worth
And
trying it
family
out,
is
right?
way more safety than coming here.
I see.
And of course, I guess there's also girls that are more about, you know,
Because some girls
playing
are...
guys and getting what they want, and then they see they don't get it here, so why would they come over?
So basically, well, they don't get what they want, but even though...
It's not even what they want,
Yeah,
actually. They just
it-
think because
Yes,
everyone else wants it, and they think like, oh yeah, if I have this as well, I will be happy. But man, when I was a kid, I already knew that this shit is all bullshit. Like, putting on makeup and being more pretty, and people are gonna say, oh, you're so pretty, or, you know, getting nice Gucci handbag. I never spent my money on this shit, never. Because I was like, it's not making me happy. And all that you guys think it's making you happy, it doesn't work, man.
So basically, aren't a lot of girls like looking at, you know, really... I don't know if that's still the case, but at least when I was really young, it was quite marketed that way, that girls really look for their white knight on a white horse, their own prince. Is that still the case, or is that all? Do a girl really, is one's girl's big dreams to find the perfect guy or something, or is that not so much the case?
Honestly, I cannot relate so much to that, because as I said, when I was very young, I was already like, I don't want all this stuff. And when all the girls already have boyfriends, and then they were like, oh, I have sex, yay! You know, look at me. You know, guys really like to say like, look at me, I have sex at 16 or whatever. I was always like, nah, man, fuck this shit. I'm gonna go play my games and make some money. And tried to find a meaning in life, but I didn't. So I can't relate so much to these people.
So this place is really, you know, for people that are trying to find a meaning in life, because they have the mental capacity to even figure out that what they're doing has no meaning at all.
Yes, I figured that out very, very early already. But I think many people know deep inside, but they just keep doing stuff because they either don't know about this.
But that sounds a bit
stuff.
Depressing, right? Because
it is really fucking depressing, yeah.
Because what you're saying right now is that most people are in such a, you know, confused state that even the empty life they are living, they're not aware of that. Yes. Because if they would have enough, you know, capacity to figure that out, they would just automatically gravitate towards this place. So were you alone in this lack of meaning when you were younger, or were more people around you?
I seemed to be alone, because I felt always very alone. Like, I couldn't really talk to people and stuff. Like, I had very low self-esteem. So I would be alone in my room and I would just think, and I would cry and stuff like this, you know. And I would play games to distract myself. But I think I'm not the only one. Like, I was not the only one back then. Especially when I now look back at what, you know, my old classmates are doing.
What are they doing?
Like, some are studying, some are working. And also, even if I look at what my family is doing, it's really empty. And about the girls I talked to show them the place, back then, it was all a little bit different.
But if that is the case, then why is it so hard for them to just make the step to come over?
They don't know about it, I guess.
But they lived their life. You knew about it.
I didn't know about this life.
No, but I mean, but you knew what you were doing wasn't working. It was empty.
Yes.
So if that is the case, then why is coming over such a rarity?
I think if you really at this point coming over, there's nothing that holds you back from coming over unless you don't know about it. People that really are at this point. Everyone else is just like trying to hold on to their. So
they just need some reality checks.
I don't know. I think it helped some people a lot, but some other people, it's more like maybe some people just like, you know, gave up and they don't even want to try. But then again, that's maybe an excuse. So.
Do you feel that you're worth more than those old friends who are just studying or working 9 to 5?
No. It's all humans, man. I'm worth the same as you. Just about what I do with my life. I think I do something very good with my life. What you do with your life, it's up to you. But if you feel that I'm judging you or that you're worth less than me, then gotta think about why you think that way. And if there's something that you want to change.
The only thing you want to do in your life is to play video games? They don't see the sarcasm when you say it.
They really don't see it.
But that's
it's
really
crazy.
Like, they don't see it. So when you say like, I have the best job here, I get to play games all day, they really think, she only wants to play video games. They don't see the sarcasm.
Yeah, man, it's very hard. It's also like, you don't understand, I was playing games not for the fun. Before I came over, I played it only because I made money. And when I stopped making money, I stopped playing games. Only because of that.
So why are you
And I came here,
now?
I'm playing games to make the game better, to help improve, to help make the world a better place. If we wouldn't have a game here, I wouldn't play games. You guys know, like, I can do whatever the fuck I want here. If I wanted to, I could have my own stream and play games on stream all day. I can do what I want, but I'm not doing it. Like, I play the game to look for bugs, to write them down, to improve it.
Yeah, you're not really
like
playing the game either. You know, you're just testing the game, and it's the most boring shit ever. Because it's repeating the same thing. Do you actually enjoy testing the game?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. When I have to play the tutorial 3 times in a row, I'm already getting freaking...
If I don't understand that either. Like, also, no one is really triggered. Because even if I wouldn't be playing the game, even if I have to respond to 50 tickets of Gaming for Good support or something, I would still enjoy it. Because I'm actually doing something useful with my life, man.
Well, I'm just saying, like, to me it's very repetitive. Of course, if I have to do it, I would just do it. But yeah.
Man, I'm happy with everything I do, man.
Are you afraid that if this place for some reason eventually breaks down, that you would be behind others or a similar age in the work market? Or do you feel that the time you spend there is actually valuable in a greater perspective of society? Or do you even care about social value? Thank you.
Okay, Scapert, I don't care so much what other people think of me, actually at all, not at all. But if you think like about being behind others, if I look at my classmates, and it's not looking down on them, but they're spending their time going to university, learning things, or learning jobs that might be in a few years not even needed anymore. Like normal worker jobs, like it's gonna be from machines taking over. Like I don't think I'm behind at all. If anything, I'm ahead, because not because of the skills I learned here, but because of the way I learned. I have experience in a lot of different things. I tried a lot of things. I even made my own game also before I started doing other things, so I can easily learn anything else and start new things. And the things I'm doing here, by the way, are things that I think will even live way longer than like will be later taken over by AI. So in that regards,
I also want to say something that a lot of people don't understand and realize. When she came over, she was very insecure and shit. And when you can see the difference, she's a lot more secure, confident.
yes,
Like people don't
that's
understand in such a short time period to grow so much. Do you feel like you've grown
true.
here?
I've grown like crazy. I'm a completely different person.
So yeah, it's something people don't really realize. If you would see yourself 2 years ago, what would she think?
Man, I would just hug her and I would say like, it's all gonna be fine. You can do this. Anyone can.
Why do I get so much anxiety thinking about coming over or taking action from home?
It's a step you have to take to get out of your comfort bubble, maybe. I think, yeah, maybe that's it. Because people sit at home, they see what they do, and they hear people talking on screen that they work all day. But I love what I do. And I'm more fulfilled than ever. Like, instead of thinking all the time about how shit my life is and how no meaning it has and all the dissonance I have, right? I do something instead of always thinking. And by doing something, by getting more confidence, I get rid of this thinking. So it's more just like a step, like fucking go apply. What is the worst that can happen? It's like when you ask a girl out, what is the worst that can happen? She can reject you, and then does your life end? No. You can work on it. You can get better. You can try again. But if you don't want it, then why are you even listening to this stream?
Wendy says, how would you convince people who have hit rock bottom to come to the compound, where if the compound does not work out for them, they would have nothing to go back to, no money, no
You
family?
already have nothing. You cannot go any lower. If you feel like you have something, ask yourself, how much is that really worth for you? If you say like, oh, I have these 2 friends and I don't want to lose these 2 friends, that's why I'm coming over. I had the guy say this, and I was asking him, are these two friends you have really true friends? And is that really what you want in your life? Just do the job you don't like, or maybe you like it, I don't know, your normal job and the life you have, just so you can keep on to these 2 friends. Are these 2 friends the reason why you're alive and why you're living? Does it really fulfill you?
But the thing is though, like when they say like Wendy's, I'm going to be really honest, it's a very binary way of thinking, where when you see every single guy, right, or even girl, doing these interviews, being more independent, feeling more confident in able to, you know, achieve things in life and stuff, like these kind of questions just make absolutely no sense, and literally shows that what you see and the facts that you get confronted with are completely created, that are completely being warped in your head. Because it's not like, oh yeah, you come over here and it doesn't work out and you have no money and no family. That's just simulated reality that you use to cope with your dissonance of not taking action, because you can't always go back to your family, and for money you can always go back and make money. Funnily enough, here everything gets paid for. Your food gets paid for, your house gets paid for. So people that are at home not having a job, having to pay rent, are losing more money than if you're here. So even that doesn't add up. So these kind of black or white situations don't make so much sense. Definitely when you look also, when you come over here, people here, right, have made 20 times the money they had initially. 20 times. You made shit tons of money. Everybody here made shit tons of money.
I didn't have to work for it, man. I just got it.
So yeah, people don't understand that. And if by the end of the year, you know, we're doing really well, she won't have 20 times the money, she would have 50 or 100 times. So yeah.
That's true. It's really heaven here.
She actually, well, I'm not going to say how much she has. People are concerned about their CV or something.
Man, CV, I can relate to this. My mom actually said recently, she asked me what I was doing in the call I had, and she asked, and I said, Mom, I'm now actually game tester. I can go and I can say I have tested a game for a year. I know how to test games. Like, it's actually a job, huh? It's a job. You can go to Blizzard and you can apply as game tester. And she was like, yeah, let yourself give that in writing. And she was really like, like saying like, yeah, but have them write it for you so you can actually, have it on your CV and you can show it. And I was like, Mom, no, I don't need it because I know what I can do. And even if I would leave here and I would need a CV or something, I wouldn't probably not even apply to work at a job like this. Like, why?
But the thing is, what I find also quite fascinating is like what you learn here is not to write a CV. What you learn here is to make other people come with their CVs because you become a boss.
Yeah.
What you learn here is to think
Yes.
like a boss and have your own business.
Yeah.
And you even have the money to start a business. People that are here have the financial capacities to do so. What did your friends think of you coming over?
Man, I don't have so many friends. Because I was never into all this, drinking and stuff. I was always like, party pooper. And the friends I had before I came here were people I played with. And it was more like, it was some friends. And they think I'm in a cult, obviously. Because, they only see the drama on Life Skill Fail. They don't really know what I'm doing here so much. And the other people was more like business, relationships. Some friends sometimes message me and ask what I'm doing, but it's more like small talk. And I ask, I talk to them, but if they really want to know, I would take my time and explain to them. But mostly they don't really want to know.
Cassy, do you think your life has meaning or you just do the best you can and that's enough?
I think every life has meaning. Just to move forward and stuff and, even if you think your life has no meaning, like, what else are you gonna do? Do you just want to sit there and keep thinking your life has no meaning? Like, you might as well do something. You might as well try to do something about it.
Yeah, but when people say life has no meaning to justify reckless decisions, it's merely an excuse, because in the case it has true no meaning, then why even be alive to begin with?
Yeah. But I mean, I think more like from a perspective of you have so low self-esteem that you think like, anything I do will lead to nothing anyway. Yeah, you can sit there and keep thinking this, but you can also try to do something about it.
Also, Rancha, just do what you gotta do. You can just apply and don't victimize yourself or anything. Just do what you gotta do. That's it. Because a lot of people are trapped inside that loop. The reality is there is people really struggling and starving right now. And if you put that into context with your own problems, you suddenly start seeing like, oh, I'm actually having a really good life. Maybe I should be doing something. And funnily enough, when you do so, you will feel a lot better. It's almost like karma,
It's actually really crazy how good we have it and how good we have it even here compared to outside.
What do you like most about Athene?
He has good ideas.
I have good ideas, guys.
Idea.
I have good idea. I think
Klappa in the chat, guys.
I think my ideas are actually really, really sick, though.
Yeah.
The ideas are really good. But yeah.
I think so too.
HH343 says, I'm a girl and I'm thinking. That would be crazy.
That would be very crazy.
Do you have any use for a physicist there? Dude, there is already a physicist that came over here. The guy from Nepal is a physicist. He actually studied, he graduated physicist. And what he actually did is he got into gaming, testing the game.
He's not testing game, yes.
It's not because you studied physicist that you have to do something in the physicist realm. Like, it's really something you limit yourself. You can be a physicist and you can be a biologist and you can be a chemist and you can be a coder and you can be anything.
Yes. You can also be nothing. I didn't study at all.
That sounds like
What?
That sounds like you're nothing.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you can
I'm
have
just saying, like,
studied nothing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying it sounds like, you can be a physicist, but you can also be nothing,
Nothing.
at all.
You can literally be a loser and you
be a
can come
loser.
over. It doesn't matter, man.
But it's
As
true,
long as
though.
you don't want to be a loser, you can come over. Can I be a girl, man? I don't care about trans people. You can come over, whatever, man.
We're very open-minded. Did you save up cash
That's a
before
good
you
question.
came?
No, I
Cassy?
didn't. I was saving up all my life because I never spent my money on drugs and alcohol and all this stuff because I knew it was useless.
Also, new guys, I would really just apply, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, don't let this opportunity fall away and then there is not enough room and then it's gone. And then if you then come over, it will be in another building, maybe in a few years. It's really not worth it. Also, everything is being paid for.
Yes.
We're saying the same words, reading the script together.
Yeah,
It's
man.
not good.
Also, halfway to my goal, man, your goal is not going to give you safety or anything. Because the more years pass by, the more expensive everything is going to be. Money doesn't really give you safety. You can buy some purpose and you can come over and everything is paid for. You don't have to pay for anything. And should you ever leave or want to leave again, you can just leave and you still have your purpose. You can cash it out if you need. You can make money. But by being here, you'll probably like learn way more skills to make money than if you just go study and then get student loans and stuff like this. It's the worst, man. I don't understand why people go study or in debt because they study. No, I don't understand that.
What if I pay €1,000 a month
You don't
to
have to
stay
pay
here?
anything.
It's free, man. Being here is free. It's actually quite crazy. There's literally people that are actually labeled in society as losers that come over here, get the right coaching, all for free, and come out, like, if they want to be completely independent and really like, and everything is just given to them.
Yes.
People think that purpose was a big steal. No, coming over, that's the real steal.
But I was a loser, according to my friends and my family.
But maybe you're still a loser, now a brainwashed one.
Oh boy. I'm a very happy loser then. I'm a way more
But
happy
I think
loser
if the
than
game
before.
comes out and we have success, then suddenly you're not a loser. Then suddenly your friends are going to come and say, hey, I actually thought about your offer.
Yeah.
Do you think if we're very successful, your friends will change their mind to come over? If this is not a cult anymore and we on TV and stuff?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's really...
I think, do you accept homeless people? Yeah. I don't mind people being homeless.
He's homeless.
I'm homeless. Yes.
He's
I'm literally a hobo.
He's awful, man.
Will you buy a new building when the spots are filled? Maybe, maybe not. Because having another building and stuff, it's a lot of structure. Maybe. I don't know. Can you interview someone with success that has stayed and worked out so far? Looks like a bunch of lost gaming nerds with nothing in life. Well, I already interviewed Ricardo and Feder.
Yeah.
But even Cassy made quite some money, you know?
Like, you gotta understand, I did gaming, but I was not poor, you know? I chose to do it, but it's not like my life was nothing and I spent my time playing games because I made money with it.
Is there anything you would like to tell them
Yeah.
that, you know, that you haven't said yet?
I don't know.
This is when you say, apply. This was the script.
Well, I was thinking if I should tell them, you know, what I do in my day. Maybe people want to know about this stuff. Maybe girls, you know, like to know what I do in a day. But I don't know. People don't ask, so I don't know. You can apply.
What do you do in your day? But I already asked that question.
Yeah, but like, you know, what the daily life is like.
What does the daily life look like?
Yeah, should I?
You can say all day. We still have 10 minutes before
Okay,
we
guys, so I get up. I order my food while I'm still in bed. Then I go down, I eat together with Nolan. I start
So when
working
you say you order your food while you're in bed, how does that work?
on the phone.
And then it's just set up for you.
Yes. This and the laundry stuff was one of the things I helped organizing, and it's really top notch. I'm very happy about it. Order my food, I eat, I start working. Today I did some Gaming for Good support stuff. Then I usually play the game. I check with the people that get tests if you have any questions. And I check all their cards. Then I check with Nolan. He makes a lot of new things that are new in the game. That I have to work into cards and make sure everything is there and make sure people don't have any questions when they do it. They know how to do it. Do that stuff. Then I usually have a talk with several people, like whoever pokes me. I always have random people poking me for random stuff. That, and then I eat.
You can only
Brush
order
my
if you're
teeth.
for the top of hierarchy. No, it's practical. It's just
Everyone
everyone
food.
orders.
You can make your own food if you want, but actually it's even better if you order your food than if you make it yourself. No joke. We like it in here more that you do not make your own food, but people do it for you, simply because it's the most effective for everyone. Because 10 people in the kitchen trying to make the food at the same time is really cancer. I'm sorry, it's not cancer, it's bad. It's really annoying. So we like it way more that people order their food. And
isn't it weird to think about the world in a special environment like this house? Are you sure you still see the world as it actually is? Actually, to answer it myself, even more so than outside, because we try to do something about it and we try to help, and we're really very proactive in that regard. So the question is the other way around. If you are in your echo chamber with distraction and stuff, do you actually see the world for what it actually is? Because we are doing something about things going wrong in the world, while a lot of people just are really caught up in their own entertainment bubble. So yeah.
man, it's really crazy if you think. I also just recently saw again how good we have and how bad other people have it. And then you come here to say, or people come here to say like, what we do is bad. and we should not be doing these things. Like, what do you do to make the world a better place? It's always easy to point fingers at others, you know, and say, oh, this and that, while you yourself just are in it for the drama.
Here, like, were you on a plant-based diet
Yes,
before joining?
I was vegan before coming over here, and I went vegan overnight about a year before I came here. Simply overnight, I stopped eating any plant-based foods.
Why?
Because all my life I always restricted to certain foods, and then I just stopped because I was like, I will no longer take advantage of people or animals that have it worse than me. There's no need to kill animals to eat if there's other foods, and also, of course, it's way healthier. And even if you look at it from a, you know, a girl perspective that wants to, you know, be thin and everything, be attractive, being plant-based, vegan is the best thing you can do anyway.
I really think more girls would come over if they understand how good this place is, for
Yes,
real.
it's like you can really think this is like a cold answer and he asked me to say this, but it's really crazy good. It's really insane. Not only for girls, also for guys. Man, think about it. If you don't have to work to pay your bills, if you get your food delivered to your desk, if you get your clothes washed for you, you can even get your room cleaned for you if you really want to. You never have to clean your toilet. You can just do what you like to do all day long. Do something positive with your world. Feel like you're actually useful in the world. Like, you know, if you have low self-esteem or something. And it's all free. Maybe if some are scared like to come over, some girls, because they don't know if they will like it there, you can just leave again. Like, I came over a week after I applied and I drove with the car 13 hours here. And if I didn't like it, I could have just driven back again.
The
No
girl
problem.
says she's poor. If you're really serious about it, I'll pay your flight. I give girls a little bit extra, you know.
But even if...
It's not the first time that I would do it.
Yeah.
But for guys, you go better work and find a job before you apply. But a girl,
But honestly,
you know,
even if you're poor, man, most people, they say they're poor and they can afford a cheap train or something. Then I will just come with the train. I will come with the cheapest thing there is. I came with BlaBlaCar, you know, that's like car sharing because it's cheaper. Then I just drive double the time. I don't care.
I'm a voice actor, by the way. You know, here you're not just a voice actor. You're
You
everything.
can do whatever you can be
Everything.
whatever you want to be.
Imagine girls start coming over.
That would be really cool.
Why are you so keen for females to join Athene?
It's more space.
More space.
There's
Yes.
more space, yo. We actually have rooms that are reserved for girls. So
Yes.
when we
Actually,
run off,
it's really true.
that's not a joke. I organized room, by the way, so I know what I'm talking about. He doesn't even do anything about that, by the way.
Well, I told the girls get priority on the rooms with a shower.
Yeah, but he didn't actually make sure it's being done.
Ah, no.
Yeah. So we actually have rooms that are reserved when everything is full. There is still empty rooms for girls specifically,
Yes.
if they want to come. Because when everything is full and a guy comes over that has high chance to work out, that really takes it serious, he can just share a room with somebody else. But we cannot have a girl just share a room with a guy. Like, can't have that.
It's quite crazy for people to go like, whoa, wait. Well, I mean,
Just
you
how
guys
it
gotta
is.
understand, sexist, people would say it's sexist to have literally, 26 dudes and 4 girls. That sounds way more sexist than saying like, hey, maybe we should, open this place a little bit more compatible for girls. Who knows,
We actually have best rooms for the girls, that's true. But it's not only because we have the best rooms, but because it helps the people. I don't know, do people know that we have like multiple floors and each floor has one shower, so people have to take turns in going to the shower, right? And there's a few rooms, very little views, that have their own shower. And we reserve these specifically for girls, but not only because we just chose the rooms but specifically because they're showers, because one, they're small, and if there's a small room, it's hard to put multiple beds in it. And two, if you have a girl that takes more time in the bathroom because she has to do her hair or something, if you have that in the shower room that everyone has to share, man, everyone has to wait for her, and she takes all the warm water. So we just put her in her own room where she can shower as long as she wants and takes her own warm water.
That's what people don't understand. They think like, oh, girls get priority. It's
No,
really
it's because of
practical.
this.
It's
Yeah.
practical. Like if girls share the common bath, the common shower, people don't get to shower anymore because
Yeah.
some girls can spend hours in the.
But it's also like, by the way, not against girls or anything. It's just like we had girls that took very long in the shower, so this is just. Also, as a girl, I would really appreciate it to have my own shower if I come here, because I feel more private. It feels more, private, my own room. I can go to my room and I don't have fear of anyone, walking in while I'm showering or something. Like, we have locks, but hey,